Welcome back to RXMuscle's Iron Road to the Olympia 2019, brought to you by Chemical Warfare. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today's guest is our San Antonio Pro Classic Physique Champion. He's a good friend to the show. I want to welcome Rickey Moten Jr.
Hey, what's going on, Dave?
Big win in San Antonio. Congratulations.
Oh man, thank you. Yeah, it was definitely a big win, man. I'm glad that I was able to get that win and just being able to qualify for next year's Olympia, man. It's still a crazy and like surreal feeling.
Yeah, what really sucks though is you competed the week before at Tampa, and you came in second. A lot of people thought that was your show to win. Matter of fact, you always email me and always send me pictures and always ask me what you should do. I'm like, I would do Tampa. I don't think anyone can beat you there. And you ran up against Abner Logan, who had his pro debut there. It was a very close fought battle, and he just kind of nicked you by a small little hair. He beat you, and now he's going to the Olympia, and you're not, because that was the last pro qualifier for the year.
Yeah. AB, he was definitely on point. He was a great guy, man. Like it was definitely fun being able to battle with him. I'll tell you that, it was fun battling with him, fun battling with Logan as well, and Dimitri from Russia.
Yeah,
and it was so many guys, JT, Tank, all of them. Even my good friends out here from Houston, Jay Koss and Ken. Man, it was a battle with all of those guys.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like you guys have building. You're all friends, but yet you have this rivalry on stage going on. Abner, man, or Big AB as he likes to be called, man. He really. I just had him on last week. Interviewed him. What a great story he's got. He was trying to become a professional football player, and got cut at the last minute. And I mean, that's got to be super depressing in and of itself, because you see money in front of your face. You want to play football. You love it, and then you got to find something else to do. And he luckily found bodybuilding, which was something that he was really good at. So you guys were very evenly matched up on stage. Why do you think they went for Abner as opposed to you in Tampa? What was the judges' feedback on that?
Definitely conditioning. Because he was more conditioned. Definitely harder than I was, tighter. So that's what got it.
Did that light a fire under you after that show to kind of come in tighter for San Antonio?
Yeah, it did. Because the judges, they told me exactly where I needed to be sharper at, and that was my hamstrings.
Yeah.
So I really needed to work on that, and I've been knowing that, because my quads were always so much more dominant than my hamstrings. Right. So that's still something that I'm working on now.
Now, when you have only a couple days to get ready for the next show, what do you do? Did you just starve and do crazy amounts of cardio?
Actually, no. Dorian and Justin, they actually cut my post-workout cardio completely down.
Really?
And yeah, they cut my post-workout cardio out completely, and my fasted cardio dropped down to maybe 25, 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. That was it.
And you lost weight doing less cardio.
And I lost weight, and they increased my carbs.
Right. Now, why did they think that? Did they think you would just run down? Is that what the problem was? That maybe you were lean enough, you just maybe were too depleted? Is that what the problem was?
That's exactly what they said.
Okay. All right. So sometimes you deplete so much that you can't fill up in time for the show, and in those cases, it's silly to continue dieting as hard or harder. You have to just kind of rest your body almost, and that's what they did for you, supposedly.
Exactly.
Okay, well, exactly. It worked. Obviously, you look great in San Antonio. It's a shame you're not going to be on that Olympia stage, because you certainly are Olympia worthy. Does that kind of does it bother you? You're not going to be up there with those guys?
At first, it did a little bit, but then I thought about it. So now I have a full year to get ready instead of just 5 weeks.
Right.
So now I can make a full year of improvements before stepping on that stage, because I would like to come in undeniable and just bring my best to the Olympia stage.
Right. So you're not going to compete from now through next year's Olympia?
as of now, there hasn't been any plans of doing any other show. But as you know, in this sport, things can change. Things can change very quickly.
You're one of these guys that likes competing. I mean, so I find it like hard for you to just like if you got an invite to the Arnold, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I would definitely do it.
I know it. You were sixth this past year. You got to move up from there because you've only gotten better from the Arnold.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, we were able to pull off a sixth place finish at the Arnold, so that was definitely good.
Yeah. What did you weigh at the Arnold, by the way?
I was actually 190, like 196, 197.
And what were you in San Antonio?
I actually weighed the exact same thing.
Wow. So you gained muscle. So you definitely gained muscle.
Yes, sir.
Because you were a lot leaner in San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, all right, since you're out of the Olympia equation, and I'm sorry for that because I really believe that you belong up there. Since you're out of the equation right now, let's look at who the top guys are. If you had to make a prediction, who do you think is going to be the top 5 at the Olympia this year?
Man, top 5.
Yeah.
Definitely have to go with Breon.
Mm-hmm. What makes Breon so dominant in Classic right now?
His density, like that muscle maturity, his density, then just the way he presents himself, the posing. I mean, he has the complete package, to be honest.
And he brings conditioning too, in addition to that.
Always.
Yeah.
And then you have George.
You like George Peterson's physique? You think he's the number 2 guy now?
It's definitely going to be a battle. Like that's what I love about the Classic division, is because there's someone that can just show up out of nowhere. So you have Breon, you have George. You can't forget about C-Bomb.
Right.
Who from his pictures that he's been posting, he's brought his arms up so much.
Sure.
That was one of the things that people talked about. He's brought him up so much. Then how can you leave out Keon?
Yeah, he's I think the most dangerous guy that people are forgetting about.
That's just a genetic freak right there. like what can you say? Like I talked to him in Tampa.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm flat right now, and I'm like, there's no way you're flat, bro." But
he's never flat. It's impossible for him to be flat.
I mean, it's crazy.
Now, do you think his height hurts him because he's one of the shorter guys up there?
I don't, not for him, because once he hits his vacuum, everything up tops just becomes so wide. Mm-hmm. And then the peaks on his biceps are just crazy.
Outrageous, yeah.
Because he I think he weighed the same thing at the Arnold as he did in New York, but New York, he just completely destroyed that Arnold look.
Oh, absolutely, I agree. Yeah, he was shredded. Who else do you like in that lineup? Because I know you guys, because I did it when I was competing. You study all these guys that you're going to be competing against. So you know all the names up there. You know all the dangerous guys up there.
And I would have said Steve Lawrence, but I know he's not.
He's not doing it. Yeah, he's out of there.
Can't forget about what's his name?
Arash.
Yeah, you got Arash, and then what's his name? I think he took 4th last year at his debut. Came from Open. Pierre Henry?
Pierre, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can make weight. The guy is tall. He's got to really suck down to make that weight class. That which is hurting him, I'm sure.
It's amazing how he made weight last year. It's crazy. I mean, because his shape is already ridiculous too. Then you have a lot of newcomers.
There's a lot of new guys in there.
Yeah, Jonathan Hambrick.
Yeah, what about, is he a freak? I think he's been overlooked. I think he's one of the biggest freaks out there, to be honest with you.
He is. He definitely is. You can't forget about Jonathan. Then I think Jordan. I think his name.
Plantico, Jordan Plantico looks great too.
Can't forget about him. Ravante Moody.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. There's a lot of good guys, out there.
Yeah.
But you don't think anyone's beating Breon? You think Breon's got it locked?
Man, I want to say it's just so tough, man, because I'm seeing the way George is coming in right now, and it's going to be a huge battle.
This is the way I see it. I thought George was pretty amazing last year, and he couldn't beat. I thought he should have beat Bumstead last year. I think that was a mistake, but I don't think he was close to Breon. I think Breon's got like a weird, nice, it's like a very pleasing flow to his body. Like he doesn't look short, but he is short. You know what I mean? But he's like very, very proportionate, and I think that's a very hard thing to beat when you have that proportionality going. Bumstead's got it too, only he's even taller. But Breon has got like no gaps in his physique anywhere, which is tough. Sometimes I love George's physique because I'm a muscle guy and I'm a conditioning guy, but sometimes he looks short to me on stage. You know what I mean? Like squat because he's so big,
Yeah, I think like a few people were kind of saying the same thing about me, about the way that I had my stance when I was posing. It was more, along the lines of like a bodybuilder. But I don't know if you've seen my posing routine. I changed up a few things for the night show, changed my stance, changed the angles on things like that, and it made it flow a lot better to be considered more classic.
Right. No, presentation is a huge thing in classic physique, and I think I really believe that's why Bumstead's so good. He's got a really good presentation, I think, and he really knows how to hit those classic poses. And I think that it wows you. It sucks you into the vacuum. So,
yes, sir.
You sure you're not related to Rickey Jackson? You guys look like you could be brothers, man.
I don't think so, man.
I know Tricky's related to Dexter Jackson, but you guys look seriously like you look like his younger brother or something like that. I'm telling you, it was driving me crazy the whole show. I'm like, what does Rickey look like? Rickey Jackson, man.
I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't checked into it. Man.
I'm going to ask. Tricky's got a lot of cousins. I got to make sure you might not be one of the long lost cousins of Rickey Jackson.
I might be, man.
And if you are, then we know that posing is in your blood because Rickey Jackson's one of the best posers of all time on stage. So.
Maybe it is. Maybe we share the same bloodline. I'm gonna have to look into it.
You got to get Rickey to give you a couple moves in your routine there. So he's got to pass on some of the action in his routine because he's one of the most entertaining, I think. Now, let me ask you this question. When you get a whole year off, which very rarely pros get, right? You guys are always competing. You're always having to do the next best show, qualify for the Olympia, that kind of stuff. When you get a whole year off, how do you stay focused for that whole year to make improvements? Because a lot of guys get distracted. They start doing other stuff. And what's keeping you laser focused?
Well, what keeps me laser focused is my wife and my daughter. They if I fall off, if I try to slacken anything, then they're getting on me, and they're making sure that I'm handling my business.
Good.
They're making sure that everything is done. Did you do this? Did you do your cardio? Especially my daughter. I mean, she's only 6, and she'll make sure. So, you have to do cardio today? No, I don't have to do it today. You sure? Yeah, coach told me not to do it today. And and my wife, she pushes me to be better in every single aspect of life. So that's what keeps me laser focused right there.
Well, that's a good answer. Now, you obviously train people for a living. Do you notice an upsurge in your business ever since you've been placing better in these shows?
Yeah, I have a lot more people on online training, because online training is really taking off.
Yeah.
It's really building up, and I got a huge influx after San Antonio as well. So I'm just glad that's happening. So I need to continue to keep placing well.
Yeah, you got to pay the bills, man, right? Rickey, congratulations on the big win in San Antonio and the qualification for next year's Olympia. You know, and are you going to be at the Olympia chilling out, or are you staying home?
Undecided.
Okay.
Just yet. Because it's a little tougher right now because when my daughter's starting school and everything like that. So
I hear you. Stay home. Save the money. Put it into your prep.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, man. Good luck over the course of this year, and I'm sure we'll be getting updates from you. You're always sending me emails, so I'm sure you'll keep me updated what's going on. And I have a feeling we'll probably see you on stage before the Olympia.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Most definitely.
All right, my friend. And guys, that's going to take us to the end of another episode of RXMuscle's Iron Road to the Olympia 2019, brought to you by Chemical Warfare. I'm Dave Palumbo. We'll see you next time.